Good Wednesday morning to you. Welcome back. We love when Matt Lee visits, not only because he is a cool, righteous dude, but also because he knows what he speaks about. And we'll be discussing Kingston and Region's February real estate statistics compared to a year ago.
Yeah.
How are things?
Things are great.
Yeah.
We're going to see some numbers that we haven't seen in a while because we've always seen things going up and up and up. February, I would call it more of like a sleeper month. It was something where it was cold and it was, people weren't listing, so therefore there wasn't the, we were talking about a number of times how there wasn't anything out there to buy. So the thing is that what we've seen in our area is people have now, looked at what is out on the market. They've kind of said, you know what, we're going to hold and wait for the actual listings to come up. And that's actually happening now. So you're going to see.
For March.
Yeah, it's like one of these things where I always find that the end of the year corrects itself. I mean, we have, if you say, okay, certain months are going to be crazy busy, and all of a sudden you get to the point, you'll see a correction, and it kind of goes to the point where we get our normal end of the year terms. Okay,
first bit of information to pass on to you here. We're talking about sales activity.
So we're down, sales activity was 21%. So this is the amount of homes that sold in February compared to 2017's February. Now I remember last year we were saying how as soon as we come out of Jan 1, things kicked off really quickly. Interest rates were still really low. They still are really low, but I mean there was no change to them. People were getting out, houses were coming on the market, and we were continuing along. I believe that there was actually less snow last year during that time.
But yeah, February it was weird that way.
Yeah, so we got the ice storms, we got freezing rain, we got snow, we got deep freezes. I mean, that takes people back into a bit of hibernation.
Right.
And it's one of these things where if there's nothing to buy, and those people that weren't listing at the time. So.
Yeah, even towards the end of February there were several snowstorms.
Yeah. Yeah, so
and that does have an effect on the
absolutely.
listings.
I mean, I think weather control does not fully controls, but it does have effect on the sales, of course, and whether people are going to list and wait for that time to stop. Absolutely.
Well, we are turning a corner. Things will pick up again, of course, as they always do. Let's look at average price.
Yep. So this is a good indication of actually what is happening around Kingston. I mean, so we saw the sales activity was down by 21%, but our actual average price is up by 12.6%.
That's a reflection of the supply and demand.
That's right. So the thing is it's not that the market is any way, shape, or form crashing. It's that there wasn't anything out there to buy, and the people that were buying still were paying. On the average price, they were bumping it up. So the thing that we're looking at now is that we're saying, okay, there's a supply coming out there. We might see that number change a little bit as well to kind of correct itself.
Come down a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, okay. And you'll see these things change where all of a sudden if listings start to go up and sales kind of could follow behind it, you'll see these numbers kind of fall into line. So.
Yeah, so don't take these numbers, take them with a grain of salt compared to a couple of months from now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have to have at least a 6-month turn to look at how that whole trajectory goes. But I think that, if somebody says, oh, the sales are down 21%, don't panic yet. That was February. I can tell you right now we're seeing a lot of activity in March.
Dollar volume.
Dollar volume, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to see... so we're down 11.2% in the dollar volume. I think that that's just across the board where there might not be the higher ones that are up for sale yet. I mean, if you take the dollar value, you can see the average price is higher, but the dollar value is down. That just means that maybe on that lower end is selling a lot more right now, and those average homes that are coming up on the higher end will come sooner.
But again, it will correct itself, as you state.
Yeah.
New listings are also down, of course.
And this is where you're seeing the supply and demand thing. So we're down another 21.9%. So sales are down 21.6%. New listings are down 21.9%. It kind of seems exactly in that line, right? And if we actually see what was on the market, if the houses aren't there to buy, then people are just going to say, oh, you know what, we're going to wait. Especially being winter, they're saying the spring market's coming. We're going to wait to get what we want.
Okay, and finally, active listings are down. This is a big number, actually, close to 40%.
And this is the whole problem, and this is basically explains everything. So when we look and we see listings are down, sales are down. When we're down almost 40% in active listings, this is across Kingston board. So, you know, when we were actually looking at these numbers, it was like 450 in the city. You know, you start looking at all of these things. If there's nothing actually there to buy, people are going to say, I'm not going to go out and buy something that I don't want, and I'm not going to put my house on the market until I'm ready. So, not something that should scare anybody, but I think that we just need to go through all of the numbers, see what's going to happen, because this will reflect on what we're going to see in the next couple months.
You're already seeing some changes in March.
Oh, absolutely.
From February.
Oh, it's busy.
Okay. We love when Matt Lee visits. If you need to get in touch with Matt for any possible reason, here's how to get a hold of him.
Real estate tips brought to you by Matt Lee of Royal LePage.